I'm not really into being proud of anything. If you weren't a musician, what career would you choose? Well, I didn't really have any choice because I would have just been drifting along doing crappy jobs, whatever I could lay me hand to, building work or whatever. You know, it wasn't like, oh, I can't be a musician, I'm going to be a brain surgeon or something. It doesn't work like that. You just have to go along with what you can do, and career is something that's just been invented lately. Like, there was no career when I left school, it was just a job. You were just like fodder. Okay, that's from D. Tomlinson, that one. This one's from Craig Ingham. Out of the Bunnymen studio albums, which was your favourite to record? Right, okay. Well, I'd say all the ones we did at Rockfield were great. So Crocodiles, Ever Up Here, and Porcupine. And I really like doing, Ocean Rain in France, in Paris, because it was so different. And me and Les took our bikes with us and we cycled around, and that was really good, Yeah. So all the four of them, really, they were all great. Great times for all of them. Okay, Paul Heron. Who's your guitar heroes and who impressed you in the 80s? We've sort of had this one, haven't we? Tell, boy, Andy Gill from the Gang before was a phenomenal. Okay, Zach Jenkinson. I loved Electrofiction and saw you live numerous times. Burned is one of my all-time favourite albums, and Lowdown easily up there as one of my all-time favourite songs. I was wondering what your thoughts are looking back at the Electrofiction period. Was it an enjoyable period? Also, what tracks did you enjoy playing live the most? Have you ever been tempted to add any of them to the Bunnymen set? Well, it's weird, because I did enjoy doing that, and I felt like it was I got a lot of space to do what I wanted to do on that, which was great. And Sister Pain, I really liked playing live, and the track Burned, which wasn't on the album but was a single, I think. Yeah, but it was a great time. Yeah, really enjoyed it, and working with Mark Stent was good as well. He was brilliant. Tempted to add them into the Bunnymen set. I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing the odd one for a laugh. Yeah. Well, I love the picture of you holding the Low album that Bowie signed for you. Did you meet him, and do you have any Mark E. Smith story? Do you have a Mark E. Smith story? You must have, surely. Just the usual Mark E. Smith stories where he's on stage and he's got his back to the audience with his plastic carry bag full of tins, and he's wandering around turning everyone's arm up and down, which would really annoy me, but they just get on with it, don't they? And Bowie, yeah, we did meet Bowie, and he was a lovely fella. They signed 35 of my albums and 15 singles, because we were doing a tour with them in France. We did a little tour. Us and Placebo did a tour with Bowie, supporting Bowie around France, and he was a really nice fella. He came to see us backstage, and we saw him wandering around, and everybody loved him. Nobody had a bad word to say against him. He was just a gentleman. Okay, Gary Brown. Memorable gig that stands out. Watched the Bunnymen a lot over the years, and can you continue to do so? For me, Bunnymen and the Brundy drummers at WOMAD. Well, that was amazing, because it was like this whole WOMAD thing was like World of Music, Art and Dance, and it was meant to be people out of bands getting involved with other cultures and stuff like that, and nobody seemed to do it. And me and Bill Drummer were wandering around, and we saw the Burundi drummers, and I said to Bill, let's get them on, and we just asked them, and next thing they were doing Zimbo with us on stage, and I don't even think we rehearsed. Maybe we did at the sound check, just went through it once at the sound check. But they were so on it, them boys. Brilliant. But that's for a great gig. That was a great gig. But as for another great gig, I'd say when we were recording Shine So Hard, and we were in Buxton Pavilion, that was really good. The only problem with that was, because we didn't have loads of cameras, and Billbot was filming it, we had to stop every now and then and move the cameras around, and the crowd got a bit like, we'll get on with it, you know, kind of thing. But overall, the gig was fantastic. Okay. Luis E. Perez. I grew up listening to the Bunnymen in Uruguay, South America. We've been to Uruguay. Where are a cult band? I think it means you are a cult band. Were you comfortable with the post-punk label by the end of the 1980s? Or on the contrary, did you, as a collective, exceed the definition of the Bunnymen sound and the records? I think he's sort of saying, do you mind being called post-punk or a cult band? No, not really. I didn't really think about it, you know. Didn't go to my bed crying my eyes out. Shit, they think we're a cult band. I don't mind being a cult band. It's kind of cool, you know. It's all right. Okay, Christopher Fox. You're one of the most influential guitarists in alternative music history, and have not only established distinctive sounds uniquely yours, but have written what many regard as utterly perfect melodic lines consistently throughout your entire career. Thank you very much. Do you still explore sounds as hungrily as you must have previously? How were some classic melodies, lead guitar hooks conceived? Where does the writing of the lines hooks occur in relation to the whole songwriting process? It seems these hooks flow from you, as important as the vocal melodies are to the songs. Were they usually instinctual or worked out and heavily crafted? Please just poke Will about this process. I don't know what that means. I think that's youth speak that I don't understand. Yeah, a lot of the time they were like kind of, I could say the main ones, like the sort of chorusy ones and things like that, were already sort of, you know, created. Like I'd already come up with them. I'd say like some lead stuff I'd play through the track a few times, and we'd just pick out the best bits. I think, oh, I'll do that bit was good, that bit. We'd do loads of tracks and then pick out all the good bits, you know. So it wasn't like from start to finish I was playing these genius things. A lot of the time we were pieced together a bit, you know. Even in the old days when it was tape, you'd do several takes and then you pick the best take. And it was never the same twice. That's the problem with me. I'm really good at coming up with things, and it's generally the first thing I come up with that's good. And if it hasn't been recorded, it's difficult to recreate it. You know, oh, it went a bit like this, and we did that, and you did that, and go, oh, how did I do that? You know, like the beginning of Killing Moon. That was just something that thing was just like something that I kind of did while we were tuning the guitars and waiting to kick off the backing track. And we went for a curry, which, as you know, is I'm heavily influenced by curry. We went for a curry, and when we came back, the producer, this bloke called David Lord, had made a little section and repeated that little riff twice and spliced it onto the front of Killing Moon, and that was like the intro, and we all liked it, and we thought, well, that's cool. Yeah, but it was like just a sort of random thing that I did, and you know, I've never been able to play it the same. I don't know, like I do an approximation of what I did, but I've got no recollection of exactly how I did it. So when I do it live, it could be completely wrong, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But I don't know. What else was in this? That was a How were some classic melodies, lead guitar hooks conceived? Well, just totally just sort of fell out the end of my fingers, really. I think that's my last sheet. Yeah, I like that one. What's your favourite Cliff Richard song? Devil Woman. Yeah, all good. Like, so thanks for listening, thanks for watching. We'll do some more of these. They're a good laugh, aren't they? Maybe I'll do some with I don't know, something else, some guitars, or show you some of my records. You know, I've got loads of records and things that you should be getting. Underrated album by Led Zeppelin. Presents. Signed by Planty. Robert Plant signed that when we were at Rockfield. He was living at Rockfield Studios at the time because he was friends with them all there, you know. And he took us into Monmouth in his. He had a gold Mercedes. Yeah, it wasn't made out of solid gold. That'd be too heavy. What else have we got here? Just got that. I haven't played it yet, but I will be. Oh yeah, like, you know, come on. I bought this in 1972 when it came out. How can you not like that band? Look at that quiff. Look at that one. Looks like Les. Brilliant. Genius. Amazing guitarist. Brilliant drummer. And his bass playing is pretty fantastic as well. There you go. So that's the end of that. I'll just show you these things. These are Bill Drummond's little books, all the stuff, all the kind of things that we're doing. Look, 1978 to 79, and this is all his, like, all the accounts, electricity bills, who we had to pay, all this sort of stuff. You know, just like little jotted down things. That interesting. You know, all to do with like pressing. You know, the records, and very good. Expenditure. Which record shops had stuff, you know. It's all to do with the, you know, the Zoo Records stuff. Well, it's all in here. So, and it, you know, obviously it only goes up to 1979 because that's like the first section of the Bunnymen, you know. But it's also me as a kid and all that. And it's been a bit of a enjoyable process, really. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it. Anyway, I better go. So, come on, Saul. You can say ta-ra to them. Bye.